It's a very good afternoon and hope you're having actually a fantastic one because it's a sporty one and there is a lot that is happening. Now, we're thinking about the Olympics and it's a countdown. Now, 6 days. In 6 days' time, we're going to see how epic this year's edition of the Olympics will be. And Team Kenya, of course, we will be cheering them on, waiting to see how many medals they will be able to bring home at this particular edition. And well, at it, today we're going to listen to a number of the Kenyan charges who are already in Paris, France, in Miramas to be specific, and at this particular time they're just sharpening their arsenal, getting ready to dance with the big wigs with a quest to get those Olympics medals. Not the easiest of a task, but for years now, Kenya have shown that they can compete and while at it, win those medals. We have a packed edition of KTN Scoreline. My name is Moses Wahisi. Plenty of conversation we'll have. But let's start with what is happening locally. I know at 4 p.m. I must rush to the Nyayo National Stadium Gymnasium to watch a game that a lot of people are talking about. But before that, we have a tie and a battle for teams trying as much as possible to go and compete in the main league, in the Basketball National League here in the country. Division 1 matches have been on the menu. Davis Mberia, I know you've been following up what exactly is happening on that end. Tell me, I can see some ladies behind you, and I know for them, one side has already secured a ticket to play in the National League. But today, maybe a matchup that might be on paper an enticing one, but also an importance for those rankings.
Well, a very good afternoon, my colleague Moses Wahisi. Yes, we are at the Nyayo National Stadium where the Basketball League is ongoing. Talk of Division 1, both men and women's side. And talk of the National League, the final playoff that will be happening today. Talk of the Division 1 League, the match that is ongoing right now is pitting actually Zitek University, who are playing against Shield. And right now, Zitek are leading 1943. And this is the third actually match that will be is going down. Remember, today we had 5 matches going down. One of them being the National Basketball League that will be played at 4 p.m. But after this match that is ongoing, we shall be having a very tight battle that will be pitting Division 1 Men's League champions, who are Snipers, who will be playing against Stanbic. Remember, Snipers are hunting to bag their actually third win, considering they have already won their first and second game of the 5 of the best series. The first actually game that was played last weekend on Saturday, we saw them beating Stanbic 62-57, and later on Sunday last week they won 62-43. And this side will be actually aiming to win their third actually match forward to the National Men's League. I'll be talking to some of the players and talk about the technical bench, which is actually led by their coach. I am joined by one of their players who will just talk to us how has the season been, and their third actually game today at around 3 p.m. what we should expect. Welcome on Scoreline. Just introduce yourself and tell us about how has the season been, especially the playoffs.
My names are Edwin Kinywa. Currently I'm the team captain, Snipers, assistant captain. The season has been okay. We have had our ups and downs, but eventually we ended up at number 2, of which now we are at the final. We hope this is our final game for the season.
You've already won 2 games, of course, the best 5 series. How has the 2 actually games been? What has been the secret so far?
Okay, game one we won because we had the urge to win the game, and we were more aggressive than them. And of course, the game 2 was easy because they were tired, and yeah, we just took advantage of that.
You've already qualified to compete in the National Men's League. What does this mean to you as a player and the whole squad?
To me as a player, it's a big plus to my progression through basketball. I really wanted to play in the Premier League, and here I am now. I'm in the Premier League, and yeah, I can't say I can say that the team, we are ready and we are going to prove a point to the.
Compared to the normal actually season, which has been so competitive, how can you term between the playoffs and the normal season? What is the difference?
Okay, playoffs is a different ball game. Everyone wants it, and the moment you lose your head, the game just goes. Yeah. But for the regular season, you have a chance to make mistakes, but in the playoffs, there is no chance to make mistakes. Yeah.
A lot of expectations from the fans to you actually going into the Premier League. What are you going to change maybe?
Nothing really. We'll just improve on our structure and our system to compete with the higher tier. Yeah.
To the fans who have thronged here, what can you tell them, of course?
The fans, we really appreciate you for showing up, and we promise we'll give you an entertaining game. Yeah.
Moses, that's the player from the Snipers who have already stamped their authority by actually qualifying to play in the men's Premier League basketball. Talk of the next season, which will be so competitive. I'll be talking to one of the men who has been behind this tactical team making their way to the Premier League, who has steered the team all this way and win their actually 2 games in the playoffs. This is none other than the coach of Snipers basketball actually club. Welcome on Scoreline. Let's just start with your name and talk about how has your team been so far.
My name is William Ochieng, head coach Snipers basketball team. It's a team sponsored by Kenya Defence Forces. What I can say, it's been a journey. It's been a journey of both happiness and sorrows, but at least we've managed to overcome all those.
You've been with some of the players who are so good, and everyone talking about the national team, talking about the big clubs, will not cease to talk about your players. How can you term them this season?
Being the second season, last season we were eliminated in semis. This time we're determined to be in finals, and I've been encouraging them since I've been there. I've played for the national team for almost 13 years, and being there, I know what it takes to be there. And that's what has been motivated us to perform the way we performed.
Stanbic will also be coming into this game that is about to start some few minutes from now, hunting for their first win. And if they'll have to win this third game, you'll have more, actually 2 games to play. What is your tactical plan today?
Today our plans is to go more aggressive than the previous match. The previous match we started a little bit sluggish, and it really costed us coming from behind to win the game. Today will be more tactical on our aggression. We need to start with a high note, so that what I've noticed that is when the Stanbic are down, they attempt to play catch-up game, which really cost them in their game.
Can someone say you are under pressure today, considering you're the you finished in the second position and you've already qualified in the Premier League?
Of course, I can't deny there's pressure both sides, but I believe we're going to manage this. Yes.
To your fans, what can you tell them?
To my fans, first and foremost, I want to say thank you very much for believing in us. We've come very far. We didn't have fans, but at the moment, we have so many fans. Thank you very much.
Going into the new season, this will be another competition. You need to beef up your squad. Can we maybe expect Snipers being into the transfer window, bringing in new players and beefing their squad?
Of course, we can't go to the Premier League the way we are at the moment. We'll have to beef up at least 2 or 3 in some areas that I feel that are weak. Having played in Premier League for over almost 20 years before I retired, I know what it takes to be in Premier League. So we'll have to a little bit beef up the team so that they can perform. My target next season is to at least finish top 6 in the Premier League.
Talking about beefing up your squad, where is maybe do you see has been so weak that you're going to bring in new players?
Currently, the league have big players, and my team, we can see, top there don't have that big players. We only have small players. So we need to get some 2 or 3 big players that can play both between 1, 2, and 3. Yes.
Coach, talking about, of course, basketball, you not cease to talk about 3-on-3, which has been doing so well. How can you talk about its state right now?
What I can say about 3-on-3, 3x3, during our times, they were not there. But at least now, they've bring motivation to basketball. They've made the basketball more lively. You see, when we used to play, it was only big games that could bring fans in the court. But now at least every game is bringing fans in the court because courtesy of 3x3.
Can we maybe see in the future 3-on-3 taking over and people actually coming in not to even watch the 5-on-5?
In fact, 3x3 is the big thing now in the world. It's only in Africa that we don't have a league for 3-on-3. But very soon, we'll be seeing a league of 3x3 in Africa.
The parting shot?
Urge all the fans, sponsors to come on board. The fans are there. If we get more fans, we'll be getting money. Sports is a form of employment. In fact, I was employed through sports. And I believe if we get more sponsors in the sports, in the basketball, we are good to go.
Thank you so much, Coach, and all the best.
Thank you.
That was the coach from Snipers that's talking to us some of the tactical plan he is planning today just to ensure his actually club bags their actually third win in their third game. And remember, if they'll have to win this third game, they'll be emerging the champions of this actually playoffs that is ongoing here at Nyayo Stadium. Remember, also today we'll be witnessing a big game that will be pitting Kenya Ports Authority men's club that will be playing against Nairobi City Thunder. Remember, Nairobi City Thunder have already bagged 2 wins in their 2 games. The first win, they actually won 73-70 and 59-50 in their second game that was played last weekend in Makande Gymnasium backyard in Mombasa County. So City Thunder will be aiming to bag this title, but again, KPA men's team will not be in that position to let it go, the title that they have held for the longest time. On the ladies' side, in the National Premier League Women's League, a big match that will be played today will be pitting also the Kenya Ports Authority women's team that will be playing Equity Hawks, a match that will be played in Mombasa Makande backyard. Remember, that will be the third game that will be pitting the 2 sides. And Equity Hawks are on the leads. They have already won 2 games. So today we'll be having all those matches that will be going down here at Nyayo Stadium and also in Mombasa County. And we will be banking on us just to update you what will be going on here at Nyayo National Stadium. Back to you, Moses Wahisi.
Davis Mbeda, I know for a moment I was waiting to see one basket sink in. It's not happening. So I think this will be a low kind of scoring game. But thank you, Davis Mbeda. I'll be joining you actually to be able to watch the game at 4 o'clock. I know it will be a crack of a battle, one which KPA, after losing at their own backyard, they will try as much as possible to see if they will be able to get that victory. So that is matters to do with the Basketball League and the playoffs here in the country. Competitive as they are, teams are trying to make some huge statements. So let's talk something different, and this is rugby. The Kenya 15